Good evening, everybody. August 5th, 2021, and Bitcoin has kind of followed the path that I laid out. However, we did come down and get a double bottom instead of a nice 1-2 setup here. So basically what that means, this was the green box that I said yesterday should hold for this to be a 1 here and then a 2 down into that region. Instead, it came down obviously all the way past this low here and basically did like a stop hunt. I consider this now to be like a double bottom, right? And my criteria for stopping out was a sustained break of this green line at 37.5. This candle is not a sustained break. That is a wick down. And so clearly, you know, from there I did not stop out of my longs. I held on to my longs, and it was a good thing I did because clearly we've moved up from that position. So as far as like Elliott wave theory goes, I have not seen any good indication of how Elliott wave deals with double bottoms. And so basically what I've been doing to deal with them is kind of ignoring it, to be honest. I mean, not like completely ignoring it, but this is not any part of my count. I'm basically saying, you know, okay, we completed here, we came up and then retested the lows, and basically we're going to start off a new move now from this point rather than starting it off from this point. So I'm going to delete these boxes here. Those were if it was going to do 1-2. Now the good news based on this is that this is a much stronger move up at this point than this one was. So that is actually fairly good news. So if we zoom in to like the 15-minute, I think what's happening here is that, okay, here's the start of that move. We had a wave 1 up here and a wave 2 down to this little wick here. And then let's see what happened in here. I think we're still working on that third wave because ideally it should go to this area here. And we haven't quite hit that yet. It's possible we truncated there in a 3 and this is 4 and we're working on 5 now. So that is always a possibility. Let's see. But let's just assume for now that we're going to get a temporary top in this region to finish off the third wave in the micro. So it'll be like this, 3 somewhere up here, 4 will come down again, basically into this region we're in right now. So we're probably going to see some chop for a while, which really makes sense over the weekend, to be honest. And then a final move up here, and then this is going to start us off. If this all plays out, that'll start us off on the as a first wave up for the next wave, for that next wave up then. So so we'll have to make sure, you know, kind of see where that plays out and make sure that it all goes to plan. But that's kind of the plan that I have for now. Like that, got some resistance and support boxes in there. Invalidation of this would really be if it broke down below 37.5 again. That would really not be a good sign. I'm certainly inclined to think that we would hold above that. And as far as a double bottom goes, this right here is the neckline of the double bottom. And really when you break out of a double bottom, you should come back down and test the neckline, which we did right here, and then we should proceed upwards from there. And the target, just based on the double bottom, not even thinking about Elliott wave, is going to be this height right here, drawn from the neckline up, and you can see that takes us right into that zone that I have as the end of this bullish move here. So that is about 42.4 is the target for that double bottom. So basically, as long as we are staying above. I mean, ideally we stay above this neckline, but recently things have been liking to kind of break down below, like Ethereum did that on its double bottom. It broke down below a little bit, so that is possible overnight, but I really think the best stop still is this sustained. If we get a sustained break below 37.5, that would be bad news. So yeah, that's my expectation. We should at least get like 42K out of this move, and then assuming that plays out, like I said, then we'll get another wave down from there in order to like load up on leverage if you wanted to. I'm already leveraged from down here in this box, but let me go up onto the higher time frame chart and just see how it plays out then with the, oops, how'd that happen? With the higher time frame, get rid of that. All right. So again, my higher time frame target for this move is right here, this 44 to 47K area. So if we get a first move up, that takes us to 42, like this. Then we'll get a second wave down. I don't know exactly where, maybe here, maybe it breaks down below that area. But basically, as long as it holds above this 37.5, we might get a deep 2, something like that. So if we got like a really deep 2, like all the way down here to 38.2K, then we would project upwards actually to about 48 to 49. So that actually goes even a little bit above where this box is. And if we hold higher than that, we're actually going to project higher up into the 50Ks. So we'll have to see where this, if we get this launch up here to 42 that I want to see, we'll have to see when that pullback then stops, because we may actually go higher than this ideal range that I was tracking in the blue count, just because of this being a pretty strong one up here. So we'll keep an eye on that scenario as we go forward, but this is the last video that I'm doing here until August 10th, Tuesday the 10th. I'm going for a long weekend tomorrow, so I won't be doing any videos. I will try to post, if there's any action, I'll try to post a nightly update. It just won't be a video update. I'll try to do that over the weekend anyway. So, but I will talk to you all next week. All right, have a good weekend.